Hello. There's a $43 million addition on the CCAC campus where students can prepare for jobs of the future. The college president is here to tell us more and how you can enroll. And the wait is almost over for a new grocery store in the Hill. When is the grand opening? We'll ask the owner. Plus, a new play is coming to town, and it's all about one of the architects of the blues. We'll talk to the director of Blues is the Roots. So pull up a chair and meet us at the corner. Intersection starts right now. Hello, I'm Lisa Smith, Director of Community Impact at KDKA Plus and the host of Intersections. As Pittsburgh positions itself as a player in the tech field, it's a highly competitive field, especially when it comes to finding workers. Some say there's a tech talent shortage because of the ongoing need for skilled IT workers. And that is part of the reason why the Community College of Allegheny County recently opened its brand new $43 million Center for Innovation, Education, and Training. Here to tell us about the building and the courses offered is the president of CCAC, Dr. Quentin Bullock. Welcome to Intersections.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Yeah, so this is such, I'm sure, an exciting building, even for the campus to see this kind of come to life over a couple of years now. So tell me a little bit about what is inside, what you guys are offering, and kind of why.
Right. CCAC is very committed to providing access to training in high and emerging career fields. So our new Center for Education, Innovation, and Training is bringing training in these fields to the north side to make it easy accessible for residents from across the county to access. We're focusing on advanced manufacturing, information technology, cybersecurity, a variety of trainings in the different areas of technology, and a brand new school of culinary arts. So we are focused on short-term training programs that ladder into the associate's degree that allow you to get the credential, go directly into work, and then transfer to one of our colleges and universities in the region across the state.
So what are maybe some of the different classes that students are offered, and also, is it very hands-on? I know there's like robotics and things like that.
Yes, the great thing is a lot of it is involving hands-on. So we have courses in advanced manufacturing, robotics, introduction to electronics, AC/DC electricity components, 3D printing, additive manufacturing. And it's part of the experiential classroom, so you're able to interact, work in small groups, troubleshoot, team build. So the entire experience is centered around what it will be like when you go into the actual workplace. So it's bringing the work into the classroom and then the classroom back into the work environment.
Yeah, you talk about the workplace, and you hear so much about tech companies and the tech sector, and really the need for workers, a shortage, they say, the talent shortage. Were they instrumental in helping you decide and kind of come up with the curriculum based on what the need is right now?
Absolutely. We worked very closely with advanced robotics, which helped us in the design of our equipment, some of the competencies in the curriculum. We worked with Johnson Controls to develop a curriculum in building automation systems, which is specific to the new tech in the HVAC system. For the robotics and simulations, Kinesto, to help us understand all the elements within the machinery that our students are being exposed to. And the great thing is it's identical to what they will see in the workplace. So it's not a simulation by itself, it's the actual equipment that they'll work with.
Yeah. There's also, we hear a lot of discussion around diversity in the tech field. Are there some capabilities that will help to attract diversity and diverse students so that they're taking these courses that will lead to jobs in the future?
Through our outreach, we are going into the communities to offer information about our programs. We will focus on easy access, so by placing on the north side, we always state if you use public transportation, if you get downtown, you can take the T up the hill, and you'll be able to access CCAC's Allegheny campus and the new Center for Education, Innovation and Training. So we kept that in mind when we were looking for the ideal location to ensure a broader urban population would be able to access some of the high and emerging career fields.
What's interesting is culinary arts is part of this.
Yes.
And I guess in my mind, I don't necessarily, put robotics with culinary arts, but why is that part of this center?
CCAC was one of the first schools that offered culinary arts, and we wanted to expand it, and we thought, let's take the first floor, make it visible from the street, and then the upper 2 floors would be advanced manufacturing and cybersecurity. We all know that culinary arts is an emerging and high demand field for our restaurants, our hotels, entrepreneurship, and the list goes on. And we've produced some of the greatest chefs in Pittsburgh, with us being one of the remaining institutions that offer culinary. It's the right time, brand new facility. It mirrors an industrial kitchen that you will find in any of the big kitchens here in Pittsburgh. So our students, again, will get hands-on experience, identical to what they would experience when they leave us and go into the industry.
Yeah. Do you know how many students have enrolled so far in some of these courses, or were they already enrolled and they just had to go to a different building for their classes?
We're offering an array of classes. Our enrollment is up this spring. As of Monday, when we started our classes, enrollment across the college was up over 9%. The classes in the advanced manufacturing, information technology, cybersecurity, building automations, technology were all full to capacity. Class averages from 18 to 24 students because it's small group interaction groups. We are optimistic that the trend will continue to grow because the word is out. We'll be doing our outreach to bring more into what's happening at CCAC to further build and respond to the region's workforce demands.
Wow, classes at capacity.
Yes.
Was that a surprise, or was that expected? Did you?
Well, we wanted it.
Yeah.
We were glad because sometimes you can bring something new and exciting. Doesn't always mean that you're going to also get what you may anticipate, but with all of the innovations that we've been using to make the connections, the outreach, the enrollment, our processes, our partnerships, it has shown the results are yielding the positive outcomes that we have in our enrollment this spring.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was interesting is you guys have art on display.
Yes.
What was the reasoning and the rationale behind that, and where's the art coming from?
Well, we have art that's resembling Pittsburgh. Some of the artwork is from some of our students and our faculty. We wanted to bring the community into the community college and display the talent that exists here in Pittsburgh. We also have the Richard Robert Smith Art Gallery that was named after one of our former professors that is located in our West Hall. So in addition to what's displayed in the building, we display art because our students are artists, emerging artists, and we want to ensure that their work is available for the community to see.
Well, Dr. Bullock, it sounds fabulous, and we definitely hope that everyone will be successful as they are entering into these emerging fields, and thanks so much for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Well, coming up, an update on a new grocery store that will ensure the Hill District is no longer a food desert. Intersections will be right back. Well, they are stocking the shelves in the Hill District to prepare for the opening of Salem's Market and Grill. The location on Center Avenue will be the third location when it opens its store there, and it's been highly anticipated to give residents in the area access to fresh foods. There are also jobs available. Joining us now to share more is Abdullah Salem, the owner and CEO of Salem's Market. Welcome to Intersections.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, so I keep asking you, how do you feel right now? How do you feel?
I'm anxious and excited, but definitely a bit anxious.
There's been so much anticipation
Yes.
for this restaurant, or rather this grocery store. What's been happening in the last few months? I know we've seen some shelves getting stocked. What's going on over at the store right
Lots
now?
of hard work. Lots of hard work. Construction's been happening. We've been working on construction for the past few months. We've been installing the new deli, installing the new meat section, new bakery, new restaurant. So a lot of construction's been happening, and simultaneously we've been working on loading the shelves and getting the proper groceries in there for the community. So a lot of work day and night, 7 nights a week. It's been a group team effort. We have a lot of great partners that have been working with us. So we're honored to be here, and we're excited for the future.
Yeah, and I know that you guys have been hiring. Are you close to fully staffed, almost fully staffed?
So we're still hiring. We're almost fully staffed. We probably have about 70% of the team members, identified, and we're working on an onboarding process, but we are still hiring in our other locations as well. We're going to continue open interviews every Wednesday and Thursday from 1 to 5 p.m., and hopefully we'll keep hiring and also keep looking for great team members for our other locations.
Yeah, and so I know that you have come across some people from the Hill District.
Yes.
Tell me about why that's significant,
Well,
especially for this location.
We're excited to have neighbors and community members be part of this, be part of the actual business, and be part of the growth of the business in the location. Nothing better for the community members that come shop to have community members serve them. It's convenient for them to get to work. It's convenient for us to have lots of different shifts, lots of different people. We're lucky to have 8 senior homes in the area, so we have everything from seniors that have come out and said they want to work part-time shift, teenagers that have come down and said my mom or my grandma sent me to come look for a job. We have people from all walks of life coming to work, and the most exciting thing is a lot of them are right next door, so they'll be able to come to work every day, and we'll have a steady stream of people to serve the community.
Are you starting to see, when those people do come in, are you starting to see the community starting to find this store as their meeting place already? It hasn't even opened yet. But
Yes,
is that starting?
Yes, it's so exciting. It's one of the best things about Salem's is that we are a meeting place for people from all walks of life. So even during open interviews, we're finding people that are just sitting around talking, catching up. Most of the team members who have applied are coming back almost every week wanting to know when we're starting, can they help? We have some who have already started and are already working. We have some local young kids in the area that are coming helping us clean up. So what's really cool is seeing how the business is shaping up, how the community is receiving us. People are very excited. People are meeting up. Every time we walk through the neighborhood, through the community, people are asking us. And that's what I think we're most excited about, Salem's being a central meeting place for the Hill District community. And we've done very well at achieving that, I think, in the Strip District, having a place that people from everywhere can meet up and enjoy something together. And we've always said we're the closest thing to back home no matter where you're from. So having that sort of community feel in the Hill District where everyone can come and hang out and meet and talk no matter where you're from, whether you're coming from Garfield, Homewood, the Hill, you're coming from Cranberry, this is a place where we can all meet up and enjoy something good together.
Yeah, I've seen people on social media say, I'm going to come to the store. I don't live in the area, but I'm going to come over there. Is that what you're hearing too?
Yes, yes. Yeah. And I truly believe it's going to be one of the coolest places in Pennsylvania to shop. As the store is shaping up, and there's so many different products from so many different parts of the world. So whether you're coming to just get your Tide, bleach, or just regular dairy products, to coming to see our big extensive coffee and tea section that has coffees and teas from all over the world, spices from all over the world, grains and rices from all over the world, as well as your national brands and discount brands. So it's something that whatever you saw on social media that day and you want to cook, you'll be able to come find it.
Yeah. When we talk about this store opening, it's always kind of paired with the fact that this is a food desert. So the fact that this store is going to be opening soon and kind of erasing that title from that area, what does that mean to you personally, that you're part of doing that for the community?
That's our mission. Our mission as a business is ensuring that everyone has access to healthy, fresh foods. So at the top of our chart, the very first thing that you see is remediating the food desert. That's what we're here to do, ensuring that everyone, no matter where you are or where you come from, that you have access to healthy, fresh, affordable, good food, locally raised, locally processed meats, local produce coming from all over. That's what we're most excited about. And honest, that's our biggest push right now. We know it's cold outside. We know it's single digits. We don't want anyone to have to go next month and catch a bus to wherever you have to go to the shop, or catch a Ditney, or find a ride, or work. The grocery store is going to be opening. We're here for you, and our mission is to serve. So it is my main goal and what I'm striving for every day, to ensure that the community and surrounding communities have access to food.
Yeah.
It's important for us.
Yeah. I asked you earlier, do you think you'll be open in time for the Super Bowl?
I hope. I am praying. We have some key inspections coming up, so we're hoping that from building inspections to health department inspections, everything sails smooth, and the goal is to be open for the Super Bowl, hopefully. So pray for me, and I'm praying every day.
All right. Well, we can't wait, and we're looking forward to the grand opening. Thanks so much for being with us
Thank
today.
you. Thank you for this time. It's an honor.
All right. Well, coming up, a play coming to Pittsburgh that looks at one of the architects of the blues. Intersections, we'll be right back. Well, when you hear about the blues, there are a few names that are synonymous: Muddy Waters, Chuck Berry, Willie, Dixon. Dixon's story is told in a play being produced by New Horizon Theater called Blues is the Roots. And joining us now to tell us more about it are Dr. Joyce Megerson Moore. She is the board chair of New Horizon Theater, and the play's director, Herb Newsom. Welcome to Intersections, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. So I was saying I did a deep dive into the history of Willie Dixon, and he was definitely an architect of the blues. Tell us a little bit about this play, Dr. Joyce. Like, what part of the story does it tell, and why did you guys want to do this play?
Well, I think we looked at this play some time ago, but the playwright Charles Dumas wanted to put some more on it, and so it's maybe 5 years later it came to us again, and Herb Newsom brought it to us through Dr. Dumas. And so we wanted to present it in Black History Month, because we usually present plays that are historical and that are real live history that people can learn about. And it's something with Willie Dixon, because I've been reading about him and watching him, and it's been great to see that. So I can't wait to see it on stage and see all of the actors on stage. And we have a really good crew of actors and all of the other people that are involved with this play.
Yeah. So why did you want to direct this?
Well, for one, I'm a big fan of the blues. I'm a big fan of jazz. I'm a big fan of all African American music. And as an actor, a writer, and a director, and a playwright, a lot of the plays I've written have all been with music in it. And so I've wrote a hip hop play. I've done a play about jazz, and so the natural progression is blues, because blues is where it all started. Pretty much every American genre of music has its roots in the blues. Thus, blues is the roots of all the music. And so in dealing with this, my mentor, Charles Dumas, is a playwright, and early on he told me, I want to write this play about my uncle, and Willie Dixon is his uncle. And he's like, we got to tell this story about Willie Dixon. And so he handed me the autobiography, I Am the Blues, and I read it, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And so it was about us really trying to help to tell this story about this music. I mean, the blues started, early in slavery, right? That's where the roots are from, slavery. So it came from the field hollers, Negro spirituals, and they came up from that, and then we get into the Delta blues with Robert Johnson and Blind Lemon Johnson and all those guys. But really when it came up north to Chicago, that's where they plugged in and became the Delta blues, the Chicago blues sound. So it went from Delta blues into the city, more upbeat, more Chicago blues, and that was Chess Records in the 50s with Muddy Waters, and really Willie Dixon being the catalyst, because Willie was a musician. He was a recording artist. He was also a talent scout. He was a writer of the music, and he wrote music for all the great blues artists and musicians of the time in the 50s at Chess Records. And Chess Records is really considered the place and the birth of rock and roll as we know it. Because back in the day, they sort of separated white and black music. They had race records, which is black music, and then they had the white music, right? And so it was sort of separated. But whites really didn't listen to race records and couldn't call it the same thing. But really a lot of the rock and roll artists, when they got termed rock and roll, basically were inspired and actually took the music of these artists, these blues artists, from the Chicago blues and really did it. So the Rolling Stones and Elvis Presley and Eric Clapton and all those guys all borrowed from these great blues artists.
Wow. So you talked a little bit about, you know, some of the artists who are going to be in this play. Obviously, there's going to be music, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So who's playing Willie Dixon? And tell us about
Okay.
that.
Sam Lothard is playing Willie Dixon, and we haven't had play with music or a musical in a long time.
Yeah.
And you ask about us doing this, and this was the perfect time because it told a real live history, and it brought back our play with music and our audience, many of our audience love the musicals that we've done in the past or the plays with music. So we were happy to be bringing this at History Month and bringing a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure that we tell everyone when it is and where.
Okay.
It's going to be February 8th through the 18th at the O'Reilly Theater.
Yes.
And that's going to give people a chance to be in the Cultural District. And of
Okay.
course, I'm sure tickets are available
Okay.
now.
Tickets are available now. They've been on sale online at New Horizon Theater, theater.org, and also we have them at Dorsey's on Frankstown Avenue. Now, we are not downstairs in the O'Reilly, we are upstairs, so we're trying to get enough signage and so forth so people will know where to come to see us. We have a space in the Helen Rao Theater, and we made it into a theater. Last time when we performed there was in November, and so this is our second performance with our collaboration with the Public Theater, so we're happy to be there again.
Yeah.
I've sent out announcements because people have had some issues with parking, so I've sent out 4 places that people can park, and we're still working on additional places with people over at the Public Theater.
All right. Well, we are so excited about this production, and we're going to look forward to it. Thank you again so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. And I'll have my last word when we come back. Security. It's that guarantee or feeling of safety that we all seek, and it comes in different forms. Of course, physical security is primary, but also important is job security. It forces us to look ahead and project what job or what industry has the longevity we need to keep food on our tables and roofs over our heads. So CCAC's new Center for Innovation, Education, and Training plays a key role in creating job security for many in the community. Then there's food security. Millions of Americans are food insecure. So the highly anticipated opening of Salem's Market in the Hill District has the potential to create food security in a neighborhood that hasn't seen that in nearly 5 years. It's a form of security that can be life-changing and life-sustaining. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Intersections.